What's up, guys? Welcome back. Distortus Rex. We finally got his name and an official sort of look at him. I drew something called the D-Rex, which was like a fan sort of guess at what it might look like, but I think this one's more accurate now. So let's draw this. Distortus Rex. Looking forward to seeing this in the movie theater. So his head, that bulbous head over here, right? So I'll probably zoom in. It's a bit small. Well, it's big, but compared to the body. And his eye. So he's got like pale sort of eye, very small. In there. It's kind of just white, I think. And then he has like a bit of an eyelid line, like wrinkles coming around. And then this big like beluga whale round type head, right? So kind of like it's like wrinkly and has all textures coming around the top of it. And it goes down the middle of his nose, it looks like, and then comes back around here, right? So this is like his nose section. So he's got like a nostril in here. And then this big bumpy head then goes around that way. And again, it's like little sort of textures and stuff on it just to make it look a bit roundy. And then it joins his back, right? So it's like a big spine sort of thing. There's all these wrinkles coming back around that way. But so the top of his jaw kind of like just all joins his neck, right, with all these wrinkles. So it goes up this way, down. And we got like wrinkles and stuff here. Then we have his teeth, right? And his teeth come out from his face. It's one of these sort of no lip dinosaurs. It doesn't have like lips. Everything's just connected in there with that bump. And then the bottom jaw, same kind of thing, although he does have a little piece of pale skin here, so we might draw that in. Pink skin. And you just bump again around here for the bottom jaw. And then his chin down that way. And then this goes up to his roundy sort of jaw here. Again, he's like a real sort of flabby skin, but he's not like a bony dinosaur. He's like loose skin and flabby and stuff. So he's got like all these wrinkles and stuff on his jaw. There is like a pink skin line here, I think. Right, so we'll add his teeth. Just coming out from these grooves in his face. Some sort of coming around the back. And then here. And then we can see his tongue. Maybe like a few extra teeth just back behind the tongue and his sort of mouth skin line there as well. Just little dots and stuff on his head just to make it look a bit textured and not smooth. Okay, so his neck then, very sort of wrinkly going back. Back up this way. It's kind of like bumpy up this bulbous sort of head of his as well. And all these wrinkles kind of come up the neck and jaw and everything. And then I think we go sort of down for his body. He's got 2 sets of front arms, right? So there's like small arms here, like little T-Rex arms. So like his shoulder, like bicep is like there. It goes behind the other shoulder and bicep. Say we'll get like the front of the arm maybe, and his elbow. This kind of disappears behind the other arm. There's like some more wrinkles and stuff. So just 2 little claws. And then two coming this way. Right, I think there's like a shadow in there. I'm not sure what it is really. Okay, so they're like his tiny arms. And then he has the big ones that are like knuckle walking arms. I got it wrong in the first one. His fingers are out, but we get it right in this one anyway. So muscly in the shoulder. Muscular big shoulder here. And a bicep there. Like this is so big it like nearly joins like his back, like which goes that way. Got like some deltoid muscles and stuff. Terrifying. Okay, and then like a big forearm because he like walks on the forearm, so coming down here. Okay, the other forearm you can see just coming out from behind his head. So it's real wide on top and gets narrower down at the wrist. You can see some like muscle fibers and stuff in there. So I get like all the base shape for his limbs, and then we'll come back and do the knuckles and hands and stuff. We'll get maybe his hind leg and his back and stuff in first. So this sort of head is like comes back this way, and this is like his shoulder, so it kind of bumps up. It sharply goes down then. And then we go for the hind leg. So there's all sorts of bumps and stuff here now. This goes off to his tail. But we'll get maybe the hind leg, sort of like his thigh muscle in here, just like behind his elbow. There's all these belly lines and stuff there. And then his knee. Like thigh muscles and stuff here. And his calf. Comes down to a big long foot down here, right? So I'll just stop it at the ankle, and then we'll get all that in together. So we can see like the bottom of his belly there, and then like his other hind leg is in behind his hand here. So that's like his knee, I think. That's like his belly, which kind of hangs down, and then his foot comes down this way. He's got like a claw there that goes in behind this hand. So it's real long. Just get his tail in. So I gotta like swoop it around here because it goes out real long, but I'll like do this kind of a thing just to fit it in. Comes out just from his calf here, so we'll go like this. Okay, around like that, so it's like the spinal sort of section, maybe just there. And then a couple of wrinkles and stuff on that. Bump. Okay, so you could put like more texture lines and stuff on him if you wanted, just like crisscrossing sort of pattern lines like this. Dots. He's kind of smooth, but he's not like a T-Rex wrinkly, especially his head. That's the body, right? So we'll try and deal with all those hands and feet, right? I'll start this side and work my way across. Go. So we'll go down for a big long foot. And then we get claws out the front. 2 of them. And like thick pads on the bottom of the feet. Thick toes. And then one kind of sticking out in front, right? So it kind of like sticks out this way. And then we just see like the inside of these toes then. And there's these skin lines. Like that. Right, the back foot is kind of faded, but I can make it out. We can see that. So he's got like a claw on the back. And then his foot like goes that way, but it goes underneath the other one, right? So I'll just do this for a second. And then we'll do one of those knuckles that he's like walking on. So it seems to go down, bends around for the top knuckle. Goes to the next one. You can see a claw on this one. So he's got these big pads on his knuckles because he walks on them, obviously. And then, so as I said, like the toes kind of stick out underneath here then for this. There's like a claw sticking out the front there somewhere. Okay, and then just this one, which is kind of like he's walking forward with this one. So we got like his thumb. And you got these bumpy knuckles. 2 of them. curling up. And then the other claw at the back. Ooh, yeah, wait, sorry, getting confused. Here, yeah. And then we got like pads on the back of the hand. And if you want some textures and dots and all that stuff on this. Boom. Distortus. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye.